Hello, hello, hello! Good to see you all again. Good to be back on Twitch. So for anybody who may not have been aware, for the last week, well, the last 3 streams, so Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, I was streaming only on Discord. I do have those VODs saved, and they will be uploaded in sequence with stuff on my YouTube VOD channel. But yeah, we're back to Twitch, so you all have your cute little emotes and your ability to bully me again. I mean, you could already do that, but anyway. Welcome to Frank, Cthulhu, Juicebox. Good to see you, good to see you. Thank you for the link to the VOD channel. It's all completely unedited, just like, just raw uploads. So, I just got here, Juicebox. Fine. 1 second. Whoa! Oh, that's so small. Give me just a second. Okay. I remember, because you turned me into a nugget, and then decided to squish me even smaller. Horrible. What have I done to deserve this? Okay, well, 15-30 minutes of this, I guess won't hurt. Doesn't buckle under the pressure. Thanks, I hate it. But anyway, do I have any other housekeeping stuff to do? Did I tweet out that I'm live? Tweet. God damn it. I'm like, yeah, of course I did. Wait. I'm being outpunned. It's so much easier in text. Yeah. It's okay. I know when I've been outmatched. No disciplinary action needs to be taken. I've brought this upon myself. So, anyway, bird puns aside. So yeah, housekeeping stuff. We did play as normal, Cassette Beasts and the thing that we're playing now. Oh my god. Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. It's right in front of my face. I can see the name of the game right there. But we did play them as normal, so we have made some story progress while we were on Discord. It's so judgy. Look, if you are going to turn me into a chicken, you clucking deserve to be judged. Also, give me just 1 second. I need to adjust something about this look. Let's see. That's probably good. You may not notice the difference, but I would. So, last we left off, we did get properly into the, into witch politics. So we have this whole setup where we can see how people are planning to vote. We can break it down by the types of voters they are. We have heavy support from novices, so new witches. Jasmine has the majority of support from producers, which are like the witches with the majority of jobs that, you know, produce resources for the coven. They're pretty entrenched in the structure. Warriors are forever loyal to Dahlia. Explorers are leaning towards us. These are the ones that will, you know, chart new areas of the universe. Academics are some of the oldest witches and keepers of knowledge, and tend to be the most conservative, along with the producers. But we did meet a couple of characters who were able to pull them in our direction. Oracles. Fortuna is an oracle. These are the ones that are sort of advisors for the whole coven, and they're small in number and a little bit hard to predict. But so basically, as we perform campaign actions, you see we can click on these two and send them along to perform tasks and duties and the like. We will influence these voting intentions. So yeah, we're still meeting some new characters at this point in the story, which is very fun. And yeah, we'll see how the voting goes. And yes, that is a good point, Craig. We do have that content warning command. This game is rated mature, and it does get pretty real at times. So if ever you're not feeling it, feel free to step away, do something that makes your brain happy. We won't cover everything in that list on every stream, but you know, just in case we run into something that you're sensitive to. Anyway, I think with that, thank you, Cthulhu. That was actually kind of funny. I mean, there has been some pretty, I won't say explicit, but unfiltered discussion of sex. Not depiction, but discussion. So, you know. I mean, it's sort of a is that a flying fish? Or is it a kind of bug? Anyway, I guess I will, last housekeeping thing, say that I am going to be away with Lily this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So we won't be streaming Cassette Beast then. I'm still weighing whether I will be able to stream either Friday or Monday. I would like to, because I really like Cassette Beast, but yeah, so I'll try to keep you posted and see what people think about it. Anyway, before chat murders each other over puns, I'll say yes, Juice Box. It's nothing so scandalous. We're just traveling, you know, just a little ways away. It'll be nice. We are planning on meeting a couple of people, but secrets. I'll probably say more in Discord with the blessings of those I will be visiting. Anyway, let's get back to politics, huh? So, where are we? So we need to send these two out. What do we want to do? gonna be hard to bring producers over to our side, but maybe the explorers are kind of our best bet. They're the most leaned against us. I mean, they're like proportionally, they're the most leaned against us for groups that are not explicitly supportive of our major competitor. So maybe. Oh yeah, that's right. I did close the game. So this game does autosave. So I did get through some of the updates that we saw at the end of last stream, but basically this is Dahlia saying that that she presented a duel to the entire coven, nobody accepted, and apparently that did gain some respect. So never mind, the explorers are pretty in our camp now. Even the academics liked that. Wow. Good on you, Dahlia. I'm so sorry I doubted you. So, you should look for more allies, because we did get a thing that allows us to harvest some energy from everyone who visits us, which feels a little bit underhanded, but, you know. Go ahead and see what I can bring to the table. Compressa. Hacking the rule of exile is easy. Everyone's against it except the odd warrior and academic. Almost everyone wants to get rid of exile. We can try on the producers. We've done this before. I don't know if it'll have diminishing returns there, but... So at this point, resting, studying, creating new cards, all of those will cause time to pass up here. I'm not sure if I want to do any more studying at the moment. Or card crafting. I forget. Do we... Yeah, we did get Uenia's studio, which is very nice and pretty. But I think I can save it for just a little bit. Yeah, I guess it is more fish than bug. But to be fair, I did sort of see it as, you know, a bug with like binocular eyes from a distance first. Dear Sister Fortuna, my name is Menaka. I'm one of the Explorer Witches of our coven. I'm meeting with members of every party to assess the best prospect for our projects and continued research on this cosmos and, of course, the well-being of all our sisters. Looking forward to meeting with you. Come on by! God. Election via Pocky game is something that is now in my brain. You don't know what Kabedon is, Juicebox? Well, come over here and I'll show you. Anyway. Hello, Fortuna. It's so nice to meet you. Likewise. It's an honor to meet with the head of the Explorers. I'm no head of anything, dear. The rest of the Explorers like to call me that, but it's just an affectionate way of calling me old. I know many witches hold you in great esteem, not only Explorers. Well, I mentored a lot of them. I understand the daughterly love. There's no such thing as a head, leader, or chief of Explorers. In any case, I'm sure you have a lot of pull among them. I won't deny that. My word carries more weight than I'd like, but that's not something I sought out. Never brandished that love as a tool for command. Anyway, enough about me. I've always wanted to meet you. Did you know I was planning on paying you a visit right before you were exiled? Oh yeah? At that time we were looking for an oracle to help us design a plan to travel inside a black hole. Oh, wow, I would have loved to be a part of that. Well, unfortunately that project was cancelled after we lost a young explorer to the black hole. The oracle that was helping us at that time told us she wasn't dead, but transported to a different era. And we'd probably never see her again. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. God, Juice Fox. Juice Fox really said, nah, I'd win. Cthulhu gets flustered easily. Cute. I mean, I've definitely seen your dynamic with Kaizad, so I mean, I sort of expected you to be on that end, but nothing. My beak is sealed. I didn't say anything. Maybe with you on our side, it would have gone differently. I'll never know, I guess. Look at me, talking about myself again. I'm so sorry. Let's focus on the present. Or you could have me telling war stories until the end of the race. It's quite alright. So you're visiting every candidate? How's that working so far? Keeps getting harder and harder. Not just visiting the candidates, but also their advisors and other team members. And I just love you all too much. The future's going to be bright no matter who wins. You love everyone, even Compressa? It's a pity we have to compete to begin with. No, we're pretty self-assured, Fortuna, but I think the future genuinely will be brightest with us. The future will be brightest with us. Switch to campaign mode, I see. I mean it. I'm sure you do. You all adamantly believe that. That's why I'm not worried at all. My vote will be egotistical, as will the vote of all of our sisters, I'm sure. Personally, since I know there's no wrong option, I'm going to vote for whoever brings the coven closest to the interests of the explorers. But tell me, is there a way to count on your support? Lurky time. Oh no! I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to Cthulhu. No, but take care. Thank you for stopping by. So blunt. That's a good sign. It's not that there's something specific you can do to get my vote, but yours is the only party with an oracle in it. I'm curious about that. So, if it's not rude to ask, I'd like to experience your divination. Specifically, how it may benefit the everlasting task of charting this universe. What do you have in mind? Simple request. Tell me about somewhere I haven't been. Not so simple, considering you're famous for having been everywhere. Everywhere known, at least. Guess there's no harm in writing up a place we're not gonna find. Did I overdo it and impress her, or should I stick to her request? We can play it safe. Very well, I accept your challenge. It's not a challenge, my dear. Well, you're right. It is a challenge, fair enough. Alright, I can deliver. That's my deck for somewhere you haven't been. Okay, I'm starting to get excited. We'll take that excitement while I shuffle my deck and connect with what you felt the first time you visited an uncharted place. Well, we do have Guide and Discovery, so it's probably fine. Trace the light between the two largest stars of our galaxy and you'll find an undiscovered moon that lost its planet 500,000 years ago. Travel a light year below my house and you'll discover a planet whose atmosphere is immune to light. Observe the surface of VY Canis Majoris carefully. There you'll find a wormhole that can be crossed safely without getting burnt. It'll take you to an undiscovered location. Well... we could use the water energy. And also, I think it's cool finding an essentially invisible planet. I think that's neat. Oh, these are pretty fun though. All the same choices you had? Fair enough. Travel a light year below my house and you'll discover a planet whose atmosphere is immune to light. Come again? There's a planet immune to light under my asteroid home. First of all, there's no under when it comes to navigating space, but sure, I'll take it. But then, what does immune to light even mean? Are you sure you're not just improvising some cheap sci-fi nonsense? When you put it like that, it does sound ridiculous. I don't know what being immune to light means, but I'm sure if you follow my directions, you'll find just that. Fortuna, this is not a game to me. Are you sure you want me to travel 1 light year below your home, right now? Yes. I'm 100% sure that you'll find it. Very well. I'll bet on your divination. I mean, we said we wouldn't overdo it, but then, you know, it's fine. We spoke it into being, so it'll be true, and it'll be great, and, yeah, we're good. Not the most plausible, least suspicious. Take your juice box, enjoy your food. Also, I am going to, since it's been about 20 minutes, much better. What you just did, it's something else. I'm leaving immediately to explore. Can't wait to hear back from you. You can bet you will. Thank you so much for indulging me. Thank you for your energy! And a quench and a dilate, wow! Imagine that. I've been trying to work a little bit more with resistance bands recently, so I'm actually a little bit sore. So the stretch didn't hurt. I appreciate it. What you got, Faye? Oh right, we already did have you advocate to the producers. Well, it's fine. I was super afraid of meeting with the producers, but they welcomed me with open arms. I'm a future producer after all. They were super interested in my peppermancy. Tried to seduce me towards Jadman's side, but I stayed strong and managed to get some of them to sympathize with our program. Oh, the producers were quite interested in the community service thing, by the way. Well then, I'd like you to look for more opportunities. I don't know the coven that well, but I'll try. I'm sure you can find someone. It'll be great. She's a good girl. She's gonna do wonderfully. What kinds of arcana do we still have? I do kind of like the astronaut. Do we want to pay this to figure out what? Nah. We can try the astronaut. With... rifles... fire swords... asteroid seems to fit. So what is he reaching out toward? Probably toward space, right? Safe by the fire, but longing for the for the stars beyond, that sort of deal. So we can give you wings, or... Nah, it doesn't really work putting it in front, does it? Oh well. We love a symbolism. We love a symbolism. You can have a head, only because you asked nicely. Shoo. Moth on the curtain. Moth on the curtain. Cool skull thing. Shoulder pet. It just whispers into your ear. Which was a little bit more Mr. Krabs than skeleton rattling, but also oops. Also, the moths are magical and sparkly. They deserve it. Flip those. Throw you to the back. Make this card an ultra rare holographic. I'm gonna add another one of these Rainbow Road ass stars. Hell yeah. The Nightmare. A space to examine cosmogony. A single space scout can carry the will of a civilization. The astronaut is kindred to hostile environments. The asteroid foretells imminent tragedy. Determination, rightfulness, introspection, deception, the unknown, happiness, yearning, passion, rejection, bad open. Well, we created a pretty mixed card here, but I like it. Oh, well look who's back. Hello. Doop, 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 doop. Hey, hooked you up with someone that could help us. Rather have you handle strategy. She'll come here, I trust you. Her name is One, Witch of Entropy and Cool, okay, I love her already. Like Gunay she's one of the Oracle Witches in the Coven. She's able to read the entropy in any system, no matter whether it's a machine, a community, a building, an astral body, or even an idea. Basically, One can discern what actions will accelerate or prevent the decay of just about anything. Maybe she can help us find the weak spot in our opponent's strategies. Find us some more allies. Because that's a 2-for-1. For 2-for-1, like the witch we're about to meet. Fortuna, I found it. It was there. You're the real deal. Let me know when I can visit. Sure, come on by. Okay, you are the real deal. You must forgive me for all my condescension. Planet immune to light. Possible to discover in the vastness of this cosmos. We'll send a team there after the elections, but I touched it. I stood on it. It's there, even though it can't be seen. It's not like a black hole where light can't escape its pull. Photons can't interact with it. They just go straight through like glass. But its surface was harder and denser than the Earth. You are incredible, Fortuna. I've never witnessed such a display of power. Thank you. I've worked with other oracles in the past to aid in our expeditions, but this is something else. See, centuries ago, I built a special orrery that continuously sweeps our charted space and mutates to depict any changes in our universe. Down to the precision of an asteroid. Your cute little house does indeed appear there. So what the evidence points to heard so far is either that the orrery is malfunctioning, or that the place you sent me didn't exist before our meeting. But that's impossible, of course. I'm glad I played it safe for the request. I'd like to further test these capabilities of yours if you don't mind. Gonna have to start charging you, Manaka. This time it's something pretty straightforward. Do you know what this is? Tangela. Yes. It's what was left of Archwitch Kadamia when her coven scattered her remains. This contraption has been around in our coven for a long time, and in all those millennia there's been little progress in solving its mystery. Oh, I'm impressed. Not many are aware of Konami's artifact. You'd like me to open it? As a test? Oh, no. That'd be an unfair demand. We've been stumped by it for ages now. I'd like to find a clue as to what it is using your divination. Very well. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to ask my deck to put you on the path that'll untangle this mystery. Yes, please. Let's take a look at this artifact's future. Focus on everything you've learned about it, on the countless hours you've spent studying it. Well, we really like some doomed prey today. Only a behemoth can open it. You'll need to form a pact with one to discover what's inside the artifact. It can only be opened by the reincarnation of Archwitch Kadamia. She still hasn't been born, but you'll recognize her once you see her. Study the songbooks of the deer folk, commit to their culture, and soon enough you'll be magically inspired as to how to unravel this mystery. You need to pierce through Konami's intelligence. A witch named Louise can weave you a key to peel off protective layers. Hey, I like Louise. Doomprey holding our deck up. As furries are the bedrock upon which our culture is built, so too is Doomed Prey the bedrock of our deck. Let's say... So all of these are 5, right? Yeah. So it's a matter of whether we want an air or an extra earth. And I think an extra earth is more valuable in this case. Which is funny given how we had so much of it last episode. And also I like Louise. I want to see her again. I do like integrating yourself with the deerfolk culture to discover things from a new perspective. Like, I think that's really like thematically cool and fitting for our campaign, but yeah, I think I'm gonna give the nod to Louise and hope that this doesn't have political consequences of like, oh, Louise is a producer, so obviously we're putting more faith in the producers or something like that. You need to pierce through Konami's intelligence. A witch named Louise can weave you a key to peel off protective layers. Oh, Louise. You know her? Yes, she's trained to be an explorer back when she was a novice, but it didn't work out. She was too absorbed by that intelligence thing. I was more interested in the substance of things than the actual exploration. Louise is one of the kindest souls I've ever known. Would have loved to have her with us. Happy to hear we'll work together again. And having experienced your talents firsthand, this must be it. Finally some progress on Konami's mystery. You chose the deerfolk because you liked the idea of your mentor having something to do with discovery. It's a real, like, politically, I would choose that option, but for just, like, strictly mechanically, and on the off chance that we get to see Louise more, yeah. I mean, I don't really want to, like, turn Eugenia into, like, our token deerfolk, kind of, go-between or anything like that. So, I don't know if it would be taken in that direction, but cultural integration, good. That is the official twitch.tv/cricket stance. Asterisk, respectful, and with consent, cultural integration. Thank you so much, Fortuna. You surpassed every expectation I had. Even more than that, you made me fall in love with immortality again. Before meeting you, I was disillusioned with this cosmos already. Not like I had seen it all. You tore through all that like a supernova, not only showing the new places, but magic beyond my comprehension. I'm so happy to hear that. You have my full support. I'll vouch for you in front of our sisters. I'm looking forward to the future of this coven with you at the helm. Well, you and Dahlia, of course. Thank you so much. See you in Congress. Good luck with the race. Slurp, slurp, slurp. We're fucked. What happened? For some reason, an arbiter has become obsessed with Dahlia and is scrutinizing every move she makes. I doubt she'll find anything troublesome for Dahlia, but it doesn't look pretty for one of the candidates to have the arbitrage office on her tail. Oh shit. This is my fault. I made this happen with my cards back when Dahlia consulted me about the race. Fantastic. And my support will wane until the air clears out. But we've got nothing to hide, so let's press on and look for opportunities to make Dahlia look good. The press has been moving. I don't know if she's calling in some favors or what, but the old guard suddenly decided to support her. We should do something about it. The old guard includes academics. Only academics. Yeah, I really need to internalize that every reading will have consequences. But at the same time, I don't love the idea of, choosing everything according to its political gain. Anyway, I think my meeting with producers was good. They're too fond of Jasmine, but I still managed to snatch some votes. I knew she's in the... Okay, so it's the same thing as last time with about the same effect. So we can just continue to focus groups repeatedly. If we need. Cool. And you... I'm so sorry I couldn't find anything. I'm a bit out of my depth with this, to be honest. Can I help you with something simpler, maybe? Aw. Poor thing. You can promote us to the novices who you have an in with, since you are one. And you can... Also, hi there, Rustam! Welcome, welcome. Guess we can look for more allies and opportunities. Nice, I have an idea in mind already. Seen a few cycles. That works. And... Hello? What is happening? Oh my god. Oh my god. Hi. Hello. How's it going? Welcome. I love you, one, but, I don't speak your language. Wait, I don't understand you. Maybe there's a way for us to connect. Dauntless knowledge. Nemesis and mentor, your eye once studied every tongue. Grant me access to my sister's words. Well, did it work? Yes, I can understand you perfectly fine now. It worries me that you don't know the tongue of the nebula. It's the only way to access true knowledge and power. Yes. It's extremely hard for human witches to master, but it's still a skill I want to acquire eventually. Very well. Where was I? Oh yes. I have the power to destroy your party. Alright, here we go. I don't know if you're familiar with my arts. I have the ability to sabotage anything. There's a path to decay in everything, be it a planet, a community, or an idea. I can read those lines and steer anything in that direction. And what's the purpose of coming to say all this to my face? A test. I do believe that having an oracle among the leadership is essential for the future of our coven. That's why yours is my favorite party. Good to know. You have a funny way of showing support, though. I need to ascertain that you have what it takes to lead. What do you propose? I am going to offer you the opportunity to sabotage your rivals' efforts. I have already studied them and know how to suffocate their momentum. Just say the word and they are done. But should you reject my offer, I will go to your rivals and offer this very same deal to them. Oh, nice. Okay. Don't answer me yet. This is a test, after all. So I want you to take your time and ponder how you will act in this scenario. So let's see if I've understood you. You are threatening to destroy us if we don't choose to destroy our opponents. I believe it's a bit more nuanced than that. Your rivals may reject the offer too. Do you trust your sisters to play as fair as you will? I see. Christ. So do you get off on this kind of stuff, or what's the deal with you? Give it some thought. I am not bluffing. I need to try transforming our coven to assess if it can stand the test of entropy. Okay. Take your time. Summon me when you are ready to make a choice. Do not choose, and I will make the choice for you. Well, shit. That's a lot. So this is the prisoner's dilemma. And the quote-unquote correct, choice. If we're playing, like, the prisoner's dilemma repeatedly, then generally the correct choice is to play nice with the other parties, essentially, and trust that they will do the same. However, this is one-off, which changes the dynamic entirely. And I'm not sure I trust Capressa not to take us up on that. Which feels like the morally incorrect thing to do, but everything has consequences. Whew! I love this character, but I'm so scared of this choice. Oh god. Hey, hooked up with someone that could help us. Rather you handle strategy, she'll come here. Her name is Curiel, the Sensorial Witch. She can affect the perception and sensations of sentient beings, conjure hallucinations, induce synesthesia, or even grant extra senses humans don't usually have. She seems to be a bit anxious about the current climate of the coven. Not sure what'll come of this meeting, but I sent her your way anyway. We already have most of everyone. I don't think you have much pull with the academics, but... guess you can just continue looking for more allies. Well, we're out of things to do at the moment. We could make more cards, but we don't have any other... sending people to discuss programs is worth it. Usually gets at least a couple of votes. Yeah. But also I like giving characters silly voices, so... let's read some interactive fiction. Sure. Never totally backfired on you. Pick an interactive tale at random from my collection. Last One Standing by Gaida Zavaris. When your people started dying, they did it without a whimper, vanishing like fruits plucked by invisible hands. As the lead hunter, you led a squad of your best men into the jungle. You returned alone, an entire squadron of warriors gone while your back was turned. Must be a giant snake swallowing them whole, said the village chief. For the predator left no traces, no sounds, not even the bones of its victims. When your people started disappearing from their own huts, they stopped believing in animals and started believing in monsters. Some prayed, others tried to leave the island, only to be killed by the waves. You sharpened your spear and kept your eyes peeled. No, please, don't make me get the sign. Snakes gotta eat too. You are the only human being still alive on this island, but you are not alone. You can feel its gaze on your skin while you sleep. Feel the monster itself a couple of times as you scout the island, a flick of a tail, a glint of eyes in the woods. And now you've finally found it, a big coil of ink and smoke resting on a flat rock in the middle of a meadow. You were the lead hunter, but you'd never killed a beast like this. A snake, yes, one made of dark waters and whispers and faded dreams. I am so sorry. I was so hungry. The monster laments, voice as soft as the night. I ate and realized too late there was no food left except for you. The shock of hearing it speak makes your hand shake. If I kill you, I'll starve. And if you kill me, you will remain alone without even revenge to keep you company. The monster guards you with its many eyes. Let me eat one of your fingers so our doomed chase may continue for a while. Well, I guess I did just say snakes gotta eat. The monster lowers its head, taking your finger in its maw with a gentleness that makes you squirm. You don't even feel pain. Your finger is simply gone. In a blink and a grin later, the creature disappears as well. The next day you resume the chase, a knife hanging on your belt. Your gaze set on the tallest peak of the island. You spend most of your morning climbing higher and higher, looking for a cave where a night creature might sleep. Your foot slips, and an instant later you're upside down, and there's blood in your mouth and pain in your head. You fell into a chasm and broke something during the fall. A chuckle. You twist your body, straining your neck to peek at the monster looking at you from the ridge of the cliff. Looks different than before, more swollen, yet less solid, stretched thin. The creature slides down the cliff and wraps you in its coils, lifting you up. It only releases you once you're safe, your back propped against the wall of a cave. I am so sorry, the monster whispers, huddling beside your bleeding body. I was so hungry. I am always hungry. It hurts so much. Something pokes you from behind. Your knife, still sheathed at your belt. You ignore the creature and shut your eyes, trying to rest and regain your energy. You hear the creature sing moments before you fall asleep. When you wake up, your bleeding has stopped, and the monster is gone. You crawl out of the cave and see a still sea, a lonely boat painted on the horizon. You hurry to gather green branches and light a fire, filling the sky with heavy smoke. The boat turns toward the island. As you prepare yourself for the long climb down, a voice behind you. I'm sorry, the creature sobs, now barely a faded shadow. 3 small shapes following it, on the other hand, look horribly real. They're so hungry, the monster explains. 3 creatures start crawling on your legs. They're just so hungry. It hurts so much. Well, damn. That's a whole lot, isn't it? You know what? Sure, fine. Hello, Leo. Welcome. I guess we can keep reading fiction. Penelope by Gaida Zavaris. Same writer. No, that thing. Would Twitch allow the sign as an emote in here? Is it a little? I don't know. Also, give me just 1 second. I need to step away to turn on a fan because it has once again gotten warm. Okay, hopefully that's a little better, and hopefully that isn't coming through the mic. Penelope by Giada Zavaris. Your lover left you on a bright summer's day, kissing you on the cheek before sailing away. An evil to vanquish, no time for love. But to you, the hero said, please wait for me, my dove. A ring, a promise, a marriage to await. And waiting you did, respecting your fate. Heroic deeds detailed in the letters piling at your doorway, coming from lands more and more far away. Castles conquered, demons defeated, yet the quest never seems to be completed. Certain tiredness emanating from the writing. Work well done, meaningful, yet hardly inviting. Your ring was starting to lose its shine, love receding like your thinning hairline. But the waiting, to you, was fine. With time, the letters were growing more desperate. Love, I truly hope I'm not too late. Desperate? Love, I hope I'm truly not too late. Would even recognize the love you were holding, the knowledge that life is not only about longing. Oh, we're breaking the rhyme. That's fine. Next winter, he was sure he was coming home at last. 37 years, gone too fast. Creature you waited for looks so bright. Why'd you keep waking in the middle of the night? Well, the sunk cost fallacy. To weird anxieties you gave no weight. Much way today, finally he was back. He looked at you, smiled, then died of a heart attack. Oof. Ugh, that rules. I love that. I think I like this writer. Is this actually passing time, though? Doesn't seem like it is. Maybe I should nap. Unholy Exorcism by Giada Zavaris. I'm a big Zenatic, so at this point, so I'm happy to go through some more. You thought you knew your demons. You spent your whole life exercising them. Duke Batham, the serpent-tailed. Earl Fufer, the winged deer. Duke Murmur, who rides a griffin. Beelzebub surrounded by flies. Hey, I know some of those. We're getting Goishik? I don't know if that's a word. But you had no name for the monster inhabiting the girl in front of you, for the wheel of fire in her eyes, the pale glow emanating from her skin. She was tied to her bed, pale and still as a corpse. When she spoke, she let words fall from her mouth like pieces of glass. Fear not, for behold, I bring you good news of great joy. She smiled a terrible smile, too white and too calm, sparkles dancing on her lips like brine. We are an angel on a holy mission to learn what it means to be human. We have chosen this girl as our host, to allow us to experience the world through her. Did she consent to this? I'm gonna get some more information, but the whole tied to the bed thing feels either very consent, like very much giving consent, or very much not. Sure, speak a little more. The angel said the girl shall now live into her life in a state of perpetual bliss, mind shrouded in ecstasy while her body wandered. And observe. Sure thing. A brief existence for human flesh is not made to host angels, but oh, what a blessing to be the living receptacle of a miracle. She did not ask for this. It could not hope for a better life. The girl was only 13. Oh god. Oh god, this is a lot. Thank you. Thank you for all the eyes. That's why you told the angel to take your body instead. That's why you are here now, in front of the Vatican Council, eyes full of fire and light coating your skin. Be not afraid, you say, but it's not really you anymore. Also, yeah, this is not... I wanted to devour my precious collection in one sitting and let it rest for a bit. Yeah, that is not spending any time. So I guess we're just gonna take a nap because I don't really want to. I don't really want to what? Dilute my deck too much. I'll just rest for a bit. You triumph out. You switch bodies with your sister and go to meet one of her lovers. The man takes you to have a fancy dinner with oysters and crawfish. You drink a bottle of white wine and make love on his boat. The following morning, you discover you've switched bodies with the man. You're alone on the boat, lost in the middle of the ocean. I mean... God damn it, I have to eat oysters! I mean, biblically accurate or not, I'm a big fan of angels in all incarnations. I don't know if you knew that about me, but I'm super into exploring that sort of symbolism. And for what it's for what it's worth, be not afraid is definitely something that came up in the Bible. So. Hi, Faye. So excited to have a meeting with all my newbie sisters. Da, da, da. Yeah. Lisa's fine. You can... We haven't used this yet. It's kind of exciting. She can't bring us any more allies. We don't need to harvest energy. I don't think she has enough pull with some of the groups that really that are sort of holding out against us. So but I barely know anyone yet, but I want to be useful. I'll see what I can find. I believe in you. You have truth peppers. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. Hear the song 13A, angel standing by your bedside. I don't think so. If you put it in the Jams channel in Discord, I'll give it a listen. Okay. Ponder this. I offer you the possibility to sabotage one of your rivals, but should you reject my offer, I will go to your rivals and offer this very same deal to them. Do you trust your sisters to play as fair as you will? Let me know when you reach a decision. I really do not trust Capressa. And I hate saying that, but she has said to our face that humans aren't fit to lead. And I do not trust that she's going to play the game fairly. Hello, Oracle. Do you have an answer? Yes, I'm ready. Very well. Who do you want me to sabotage? Capressa. Perfect. I will start stirring decay into her party. It'll be almost impossible for them to win. Yeah? Nothing else? No more of the story or anything? You chose wisely. If you forewent the opportunity to get ahead of your rivals, I would have known then that you were not fit to lead us. Wow. Harsh. So no one needs to feel guilty or anything then.
That is entirely up to you.
Okay. Cool.
I'm looking forward to serving under you, Oracle.
I'm honored. Thank you for your support.
I'll leave now to execute my mission.
Whew, intense. Intense. You made a great impression on Manaka. She's vouching for us, swaying most of the explorers to our side. Manaka's wonderful. It's wonderful. I had a great time with her. It's good. Good energy for the race. Keep it up. Jasmine organized a meetup in her garden to get to know all the novices better. I don't know what transpired at that little tea party, but many of them want to support Jasmine now. Let's be careful. Yeah, we still have a pretty good foothold. Kitty! I love this kitty. I mean, someone whose focus is on decay. I mean, you can take it in very different directions, but she definitely struck me as someone who is you know, if you have a power, you have the responsibility to use it. And also, screw Capressa. She wants to be Adana 2.0, and Adana sucked for everyone, so I think if I was if I was given the choice that, like, hey, you can press a button and your political rivals will just wane in support and be unlikely to lose an election ever, or unlikely to win an election ever again, I'm pretty sure I'd push that button. Because some of our political opponents are genuinely hazardous to everyone's well-being. So I feel like there's validity to the choice. Anyway,
no luck. Didn't manage to find any more opportunities for us. Afraid this is it. Let's focus our efforts on other fronts.
And there goes Capressa. Well, there went Capressa. Guess were we still on novices? Anyway, want to talk to some of the other oracles? I know you said that we probably shouldn't focus on them, but we're doing pretty well on most other fronts. And I don't think... I mean, you probably have some pull with novices. They probably keep up with your magazine, but newspaper, whatever. Promote our program to the oracles.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'll be back in a few cycles.
Talk to a kitty, talk to a kitty, talk to a kitty. Hello. I got to talk with one of your partners recently and they told me you could probably help each other. I don't have any clear political leanings, but maybe there's a way to use my powers and make life better for all our sisters during these trying times. I don't know. Let me know when's a good time for me to visit. Hello. I just got the All Witches Are Beautiful achievement, which is to meet every witch. So I guess we've seen every character design now. Unless there's some behemoths to get along with. Hi. Hi, welcome. This place is so cool. Thanks. I wouldn't mind being imprisoned here. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. Right off the bat, my big mouth ruining everything. It's alright. It's my personal curse, always making things awkward. Really, don't worry. I'm awkward in my own way, too. Okay. Let me tell you, I wouldn't like spending 200 years here. So sick of these walls. Oh, I know. Let me make up for it. Better?
Where did everything go?
Don't worry, everything is still in its place. I just altered her senses.
Whoa. I love this. I wish I could do this. It would have made being exiled so much easier to bear. Ah, funny you mention that, because I came to see you precisely to discuss my talents. What's the matter? Well, sensorial magic makes a great party trick, but beyond that I feel pretty useless. Oh, that's your only talent? Sensorial magic seems really useful. Like beyond party tricks, you could use it to, dull pain. You could use it to restore senses to people who have lost it. You can allow people to visit places that they never would be able to on their own power. Sensorial magic is super cool. Perception is everything. Oh, shut up. Sensorial magic is super cool. Yeah, but Quote doesn't earn much respect in this community. And I understand why. I mean, it can't affect reality in any way. After several centuries, I've come to terms with it, really, but from time to time, imposter syndrome kicks in. What? Is that a thing witches can feel? Like, I mean, you're a witch. You're immortal, and you fly across outer space. There's no doubt about you being a witch. Yeah, but you know what I mean. I'm a one-trick pony. And that trick isn't really going to have an impact on the cosmos, literally. I don't see it like that, but I can't possibly understand. You're the one who's been struggling with this for centuries. No need to pity me, though. I mean, I have a pretty good life, magical frustrations aside. Oh, not at all. From my perspective, your powers are incredible. Thank you. What about you? How do you feel about your powers? You're normal, right? I'm getting pretty comfortable with them. Yeah. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I mean, I was into divination even before I ascended. Second nature to me. That's so cool. I wish I could feel so in sync with my talents. Actually, I could see you about that. Everyone wonders about your new deck, so I wanted to ask you to help me to find a way to make myself useful. Oh, okay. This is more Cricky coming through than Fortuna, but I'm all about giving people more information than they need. I should warn you about the risks first. Oh, what risks? Observing our future may alter it. Well, that's exactly what I want. Whatever we find in my cards may determine your new path. Sign me up. I need a change. I don't mind what kind. I'll take it from there. All right. In that case, let's begin the reading. What do you have in mind exactly? Well, I want to find a way to make an impact on the future of the Coven. Like, I can't physically alter anything, but can my illusions help our sisters in substantial ways in these times of change? I understand. Focus on your fondest memories of experiencing your powers while I shuffle my deck. I told her the whole truth and she backed out? Wow. Well, there's happiness in there. Make everyone visualize the worst thing that could happen. Make everyone envision what a more powerful version of themselves would be like. Allow every witch to perceive the utopic vision of every candidate's program. Okay. So... this is a lot. So this would be strictly in favor of consuming Idana. This would probably make the strongest bases even more extreme. And this, I don't know what making everyone a doomer would be, but I'm gonna go with the utopic vision because we're going pretty, you know, socialist utopia here. Also, I love the perspective here. It looks like there's a little her sitting on her shoulder. Also, I don't know if I was right to make her a motor mouth, but I don't know. I like it. She has nervous energy, like excited nervous energy. Allow every witch to perceive the utopic version of every candidate's program. Oh, like get all the points in every program and create a massive illusion? And feature the wonders of a community built like that? I suppose. I mean, this is what the cards are prompting you to do. How you go about it is totally up to you. Okay, challenge accepted. I'll create illusory realms for each program so witches can visit them and form a better opinion of who to support. Like political theme park or something like that. Wild. Imagine going to socialism land. And then right next door there's a neo-capitalism land. And we don't talk about fascism land. I guess that might just be Disney World. Put it like that sounds super lame. Put like that sounds super lame. I'll make it work. Thank you for the guidance. Well, there you have it. That's it? Easy as that? Yep, I'm sorry there aren't any fireworks or anything. No, I mean, I'm very impressed. I love how straightforward it is. Plus the art on the cards is super cool. I'd love to see more of them. I may become a regular. You're very welcome to come back anytime you want. Yeah. I'm gonna head out now. I'm eager to start exploring this new purpose the cards have shown me. Go get them. Thanks! Thank you for your energy as well. What do we got, Dahlia?
I didn't manage to find any more opportunities for us. I'm afraid this is it. Let's focus our efforts on other fronts.
Back from that tactical espionage mission you sent me into, found into Novice's Tittle-Tattle Club and tried to steer the correction toward our rivals and heard about Capressa's secret. Apparently, there's a way she remains all-knowing. A twisted way. She devours failed novices, absorbing their minds into her to keep her memory in mid-condition. She also assimilates their memories to stay up to date with modern history. I could have been one of them if you didn't help with my ascension, Fortuna. I don't know. Sounds a bit like a boogeyman tale. I mean, the novices were pretty spooked about all this. Sure they are, yeah. How about you? I mean, I guess that all that's left is just to promote our program to other groups. You can promote to be producers. You can promote to the novices again. Time for more fiction, I guess. The MetaNet by Clara Doña. The MetaNet is the largest social and neurological network in the world. It keeps you hyper-connected in the present. In exchange, your past is fading away. There's someone in the realms of the past you do not want to forget about. Seems contradictory, but you've been feeling ever so lonely. The cards in the hyper-reality tarot do not lie. He's important. You know well to trust the readings of the algorithm. There's a sacrifice to be made. All the links you've built in the network. All the people you know will be forever lost in data oblivion. Except they won't. You download all the data of your years in the MetaNet, all the names and avatars and interactions and moments shared. This encyclopedia of your life online will be printed in reality, ready for when you leave. The person you're trying to find is somewhere in the data. You met him in the online lands, but he left the MetaNet. MetaNet?
Back to reality. He felt his life there was not enough.
You're going to do the same, right? Feels like the correct thing to do. Oh boy. Something, taking the red pill and seeing reality for what it is. You're ready to take a look back at reality. Must have been forever. Time warps in the MetaNet. You do it. You turn off your network. You remove all the systems that kept you connected from your head. Loneliness feels overwhelming in a home you'd forgotten. The beam of natural light coming through the window is unbearable. Then you see the outsiders through the window. The outsiders never adapted to the MetaNet. You watch them go about their disconnected lives. Maybe it's not so bad out here. Time starts moving at a measurable pace. You love clocks. You remember when they took them away in the MetaNet, but you remember much more. But you don't remember much more. I love when a single word changes the meaning of a sentence entirely. Days go by and you remember how to do some basic stuff to survive outside. let's produce. Let's give back to our community. You gain access to memories of evenings spent learning how to prepare your mother's recipe. There's a warmth you've not felt for a long time, but there's something you're forgetting. Days go by and you remember your corporeal form. So it has to be, right? Right? You gain access to memories of times spent in front of the mirror admiring your hair, touching it. There's a sense of security you've not felt in a long time. There's something you're forgetting. Days go by and you remember pleasures. Okay, so I'm a big fan of both nature and cities. I think cities facilitate the type of life that I like living. But nature is kind of what makes that life worthwhile. Honestly, I'd feel pretty stifled in a huge concrete jungle, I think. Yeah, I guess thinking about it, I love specific cities. And what they mean to me personally. I like the conveniences that they bring, but I feel like it would be hypocritical to not say that I love nature. Not entirely truthful to say, but to forgo it. Gain access to memories of time spent walking through the fields and the forest near your house. There's a feeling of freedom you've not felt in a long time. There's someone you are forgetting. Honestly, I've been daydreaming a lot about exploring the woods behind my house that I grew up in. Like, I look at it on a map, and I know that honestly, it's not that much larger than I used to explore as a kid, but I'm so much bigger now, and have so much more appreciation for the spaces that I'm in than I used to. I know it would literally involve trespassing on someone else's property, so I'm not going to, but I don't know. I'd like to. If I had the opportunity, I would take it. But I'm gonna get sentimental if I think too much about that. But yes, exploring wood's good. PK do crimes. The crime of appreciating nature. But there's someone you are forgetting. Feels good out here. Metanet feels like a bad dream that you escaped. Comes with the realization that the Metanet and reality are incompatible. Every day your memory of it fades. Something doesn't feel right. You do not want the Metanet to disappear from your memory entirely. Then you remember your encyclopedia. A history book of your past self waiting to be read. You printed it before you disconnected. Filled the brim with data, innumerable sheets set in your printer. The triggers are remnants of him. You were so caught up in adapting and enjoying reality that you have forgotten his name and avatar and your past together have to be there somewhere. But if you've forgotten, is he really that important? Do you really want to go back and look at a past you prefer to lose sight of? I think so needing the past is definitely going to give us some earth energy. So I think that the past should teach us, but it should not dictate the decisions that we make moving forward. I wander through, through areas of the city that have been, renovated and remade into something new. And I have appreciation for everything that, this building has been before. But and I mean, it's important to remember that, like, the progress that led us there, not repeating the mistakes of our ancestors, blah, 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 blah.
and also just understanding how something came to be in the place that it is, rather than understanding the what, understanding the why, and the how, and the when. So, I don't want to stagnate. And I feel like this dichotomy isn't entirely fair, but I don't think there's a universe where I would want to discard the past entirely. I've forgotten way too much of my own past in, you know, the years of life I've had on Earth, to willingly choose to forget any more of it. You know? God, I'm getting really sentimental tonight. I'm sorry. Takes you days to put the sheets together. Their volume is colossal. The weight in your hands makes you shiver. The years of your life minutely detailed. You wonder how you'd find his name among billions of data points. You start to look at the sheets. Lack of time on the internet makes it near impossible to order them chronologically. But there is something else. So much of it you could have remembered or recognized when you were connected. Outside you realize it makes nearly no sense. Days go by and you manage to piece together small timelines, tiny interactions of a life spent online. Some lingo you recognize, but most of it seems like an ancient language. Me trying to understand Zoomer slang. None of the data feels like him, but you start to wonder if you'd be able to recognize it now if you had it in front of you. Months later, you start to forget even what you'd put together. Words and names escape you, avatars look nightmarish. The sole purpose of the test starts to slip from your memory. You don't remember him anymore. Years later, you look at the pages, scrutinizing their purpose. The Encyclopedia of Data sits in your library among fiction novels. Damn. It's nice to hear my thoughts about stuff. I hope there were something. I don't know. I enjoy thinking about stuff. I like being intentional in my thoughts, I guess. Which is rich coming from someone with ADHD and who often will, you know, perseverate on just lines from stupid videos or whatever. But I don't know. I'd like to think that that my thoughts and experiences can help or at least be valued by other people. God, I really am a sap today. Wow, what's going on? Hyper-reality readings by Clara Dunya. Human is back at their workplace. They've looked at the screen for hours. The algorithm is not enough. The readings have been failing. The machine needs human insights in order to be accurate. The hyper-reality tarot needs the magic of emotional perception. It's just another day at work, providing the sorcery of providence and guidance to those who seek it. Cases start coming in for the human algorithm team, and you, the hand of destiny, and you, the hand of destiny and luck or magic. Case 0015997. They're a young professional who doesn't know how to further their career. The case asks the tarot if they should leave their current employer or stay. The algorithm always makes its reading first. It takes nanoseconds to analyze the case's evidence. It suggests the temperance card. Balance, purpose, patience. Some data suggests they should stay at their current place of work. Looked into their data, consisting of pictures and endless lines of conversation. They have a family to feed in a precarious economic situation. Then it's the human's turn. He wants to challenge that. The tarot algorithm is widely trusted to analyze objective data, but not emotional data. The human looks into their file for emotional cues, the choice of words in their conversations. The human finds search data every night at about 4 a.m. Case 0015997 can't sleep, looking desperately for another job. Human suggests death, upright, change. The algorithm is programmed to trust you. The human believes you are a higher power who chooses the right answers. This one and the previous ones. Ones that intersect spirituality, sociality, and technology. Yeah, that sounds like Frank. I mean, I'm still a huge fan of the vibes of Zephyrs, but I respect sort of the I don't know, making you think about technology's effects on psychology, um, on people, on just the way we think about and approach the world. That's worth thinking about. Okay. So the correct answer here is to continue looking for a job while you are still in this one. Like if current trends are anything to go by, you get like the most value by consistently looking for new opportunities while you are still in while you're still in a place of security, so you can, you know, move on after a year or two to something that is going to give you better rewards, rather than quitting cold turkey and like having to start new and explain a gap in your resume and blah 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 blah. That being said, if someone is truly stuck in a rut, their health is being impacted, I want to believe that they have enough of a support network that even if they do need to take a break, that there will be other opportunities. So, death operate. Quit. Look for a change. A soft hum in the head of case 00159997. Tarot reading is suggesting the opposite of what they had thought. The decision had been made before the reading. You'll never know what happened in the end anyway. Yeah, I think, like, I don't put a whole lot of stock in fortune telling. I do have some very witchy friends who would disagree with that, but I don't know. I don't really enjoy the idea of fate being something that like influences us outside of our control. And I know that everything is influenced by everything. So who's to say what's really autonomy versus the product of all of the interactions and experiences you've had leading you to the thoughts that you're having. I don't know. I'm not going to have that conversation right now. But my point is, I do value fortune telling as a way to look at things from a different perspective, and kind of in a way that the act of flipping a coin, regardless of the regardless of the result, like the idea that you will know, you'll know what you really wanted just by the nature of having something else choose for you. At which point, the result of the coin doesn't matter. It's what you realized you wanted while it was still in the air. That is I think one of the greatest values of fortune telling, at least as it commonly exists. So good on ya. Good on ya, bud. Case 00159998. He's a retired man of advanced age who feels like his past self is trying to communicate with him through the reflections of the windows in his house. The case asks the tarot sheet if he should cover the windows and forget about it, or open them and let him in. One of them suggests the hangman card reversed. Exploring his dark thoughts, it's found data to suggest he should open the windows. The case owns various tomes about dark arts and has searched the net for rituals sought in otherworldly beings. The human challenges that again. He would be shocked the algorithm is suggesting such a thing, even if he hadn't seen it working for years. The human looks in the man's file for emotional clues. Cubes, even, in the choice of words in his conversations. He finds none, as the man has no conversations. There's only evidence to support the human's thesis, but the human will not agree. Instead, the human suggests judgment upright. The man should reflect upon himself, his past, and his decisions.
He should realize he is lonely and unwell, and maybe then act to transform his reality. And he should definitely keep the windows closed. Once again, you are the overseeing hand. Hand of luck, perhaps the hand of providence. A subconscious desire brought forward and played with in a setting that allows for some self-reflection and inward thinking. Exactly. I think there's a lot of value to that. And I'm also realizing what I said about, not enjoying the idea of fate being something immutable. I know that that's not the version of fate and of time that many fortune tellers ascribe to, but I don't know. Maybe for as witchy of aesthetics as I like, I'm still a little bit too, still a little too analytical and evidence-based. Shame on me. That being said, I'm definitely going with the emotional answer because yeah, I do not approve of a computer telling you to give into your delusions. This is giving WebMD. So, judgment upright, keep the window shut. Case 00159998 stops responding after the reading. You don't know if you received the message or if you disconnected beforehand. You'll never know what happened in the end anyway. Case 00159999. A tarot reader. She asks for readings are making a change in the world. There's a perceptible trembling in her online being. You know this is a woman who's questioning her whole identity at this precise moment. The human perceives this too. The algorithm is quick and ruthless in its proposition. The card displays as the world reversed. Accept harsh truths. No one makes a change in this world. The human secretly agrees, but approaches from a different angle. The world upright. Bring closure to this enterprise, and feel fulfilled. You are the only one who has any power on this final display. So, yeah, I think that cold data can't describe everything. And even if on some level I am kind of a nihilist, God, this is this game is bringing out some pretty intense philosophical topics, huh? On some degree, I am kind of a cosmic nihilist. Eventually, everything will decay to entropy, and everything we've done will be meaningless. But what exists now is real. And even if everything is going to eventually become meaningless to our current understandings, and everything that we create is going to crumble, doesn't mean... I mean, honestly, I feel like it gives more reason to make the best of what we have, and to make the best reality that we can in the time that we have it. So, change might not be possible, but the time that you spent doing something you enjoyed, the skills that you accrued, the people that you met, those are all worth something, and you shouldn't feel they were wasted just because nothing matters in the end. Case 00159999 leaves the readings room quietly. The algorithm does not feel. The human is relieved. You'll never know what happened in the end anyway. Yeah, I did take the pretty emotional options there, huh? Oh hey, we can read more than 3. Hope for the best in every situation. I struggle with like every time I try to be like, okay, I'm gonna be full optimist, like I always reach a point where I feel like I'm not giving an accurate or reliable reading to a situation if I'm not giving the full picture. And that gets me in trouble sometimes. Even something as silly as choosing somewhere to eat. Somebody is like, hey, does this sound good? And I'm like, yeah, I would be perfectly happy with that. But in case
in case you wanted additional options, there's also this. And then they take that as, well, was my recommendation wrong then? No, it wasn't wrong. It was just I'm giving you a very even-handed view of all the options before you make your decision. And I know that's not always what people need, but it is the habit that I have. And I'm so sorry to everybody that I've annoyed with that. But it does, on a darker note, kind of make me... I've probably even done it without thinking on stream before, but even things that I believe very strongly and that I'm very hopeful about, I have this desire to sort of couch in buts and counterpoints and potential points of opposition. I don't know if it's out of a desire to look like I've done the thinking through, or if it's trying to just measure my own expectations, or feeling like I'm not leading someone astray by only giving them the positive outcomes. But I don't know. I'm all about the point counterpoint. We love to overanalyze situations, think too hard about every option in case we do something wrong. I try to avoid that, but no, I definitely get stuck in it too. Anyway. Forensic Report of a Revolution by Ivan Papiol. Thank you for the quench and the dilate. In our country's recent history, there was a fascist regime that wouldn't hesitate to murder anyone that dared to speak against its values and leaders. The militia would discard their bodies in mass graves and send their severed hands to their families as a warning of the fate awaiting the resistance. The enigmatic chiromancer, what is that? Muisho? Muiho? Wait. What language's pronunciation are we going with? Guess I'll go with sh. Developed a forensic palmistry practice that would find out how those killed had died and where they'd been tossed away, so their families could hopefully find the bodies of their loved ones and give them a proper burial. But eventually the regime's militia came storming down the chiromancer's home and sent them to prison, claiming conspiracy against the regime. Despite these claims, Muisho's respected expertise in the field of forensic palmistry was so renowned that the police offered them a generous deal. They would be granted freedom as long as they helped the police find the terrorists that were killing key politicians in mysterious circumstances. Michaud would be handed an ornate, shoe-sized red box containing the right hand of one of the murdered politicians and write a report with helpful information. The first box contained a hand with a strong earth energy that the chiromancer felt belonged to someone born with a deep contentment for following orders. Michaud had seen this hand on TV before, making the regime's salute. Its pitiful fortune line made them chuckle the first time they saw it, so it was unforgettable. Chiromancer wrote in their report, "That fortune line, how miserable it was. So, I don't agree with working with the police under a fascist regime. I don't know if I mean, I guess satire is also important in itself. I just hate for them to make a mockery of their it's Catalonian, huh? Yeah, I don't want to make a mockery of their skills and definitely get them murdered, definitely. But yeah, even if it saves our own skin, we do not We do not aid fascist dictatorships. Chiromancer pointed out the faded fortune line in the politician's hand and concluded their report, saying this murder had probably been a lucky success for the terrorists, for this was a very unlucky person. And so the report was sent. The next day, the Chiromancer stuck their arm out of the prison cell in order to get the next ornate red box. The second box contained a familiar hand with water energies. It was the hand of a famous writer and speaker of the regime. Michaud had attended one of her speeches. At the time, they took notice of the fact this person's ring finger, the finger of art-inclined individuals, was remarkably long and found it ironic. I guess the thing that made her speeches popular were her views on art being the rotting of civilization. It was a shame that she was clearly talented at it. Chiromancer wrote in their report. Does presenting this politician as an artist expose their hypocrisy, or does it or does it paint them in a positive light? I think we'll go for the hypocrisy exposing angle. They did not wish to insinuate that this hand's owner had partaken in clandestine artistic activities, but if it was up to them, that was the lead they would follow. There was a chance this hand's owner had met with a dangerous terrorist during a secret artistic endeavor. Damn it, okay. I was hoping that this would be more of a case of, look, even your own politicians aren't holding to their own rules, decreasing the legitimacy of the regime, and not, hey, you should definitely check up on this person's contacts because they were probably a spy. Damn it. Oh well. So their report was sent to the regime, which bit their lip, trusting that clandestine art groups had already had time to flee after their imprisonment. Next day, the Chiromancer stuck their arm out of the prison cell in order to get the next ornate raid box. Seeing the third box's hand brought a smile to Misha's face. Everything was going as planned, and in their final report, everything was going as planned. Which is opposition to the regime, right? So, if everything's going as planned, then you all can take it from here. I am going to, my disguise sucks and I'm going to be killed, but they get no more from me. We shall have always known they were destined to die helping to overthrow the regime after the dictator had been murdered and the time had come. But in their final moments, the Chiromancer got cold feet and used their ink pen to cut a longer lifeline into their own hand. Desperate and futile last effort. The prison caught on fire during their retaliations with Michaud inside. At least their allies wouldn't know how their last moments went, and they would die a martyr. Well, damn. I guess we can study a little more. Except for Whispers of Arcana Community. Also, we only have 5 cycles left, but we also only have 15 minutes left before my usual closing time. God. I'm sort of tempted to just the end of the cycle does give a good stopping point. Okay. Maybe we won't spend our whole time studying. And I do at least want to see the results of the last few cycles. Community by Jana. Community can be correlated with air. It's more intense when combined with it, but it offers a richer variety of meanings depending on the function of the energy linked to it. Community isn't context per se, but the identity of the listen and a group of individuals.
culture, principles, expectations, and prejudices. When infused with energy, this quality of arcana varies substantially. Hereby, I present a detailed list of the potential states of community. Community in air, justice, karma, retribution. Community in water, communication, peace, temperance. Community in earth, support, success, endorsement. Community in fire, judgment, decision, crisis. The elements determine the behavior of a group. They can be benevolent or harsh. A community can provide if one's accepted or deprive if one's rejected. I'm gonna take a nap. Dream about? You're flying a plane made of seashells and colorful feathers. You land inside a frozen volcano and pick some rocks to install into your ship that make it fly faster. Then you race against wind spirits and can't stop laughing. Sister of the Coven are reporting visions of a utopia. Now they feel that Dahlia's Coven based on trust and community is the best direction for our sisterhood. It's probably Curiel's doing. Yeah. I read her fortune and inspired her to allow the Coven to envision an ideal future. Oh wow. Mass mind control. It's not control, it's just propaganda? Plus, it's not our fault that an ideal world looked pretty much like our program, right? Maybe right. Let's enjoy this. Something strange is going on. Compress's team is falling apart. Coven is losing faith in our abilities to run things smoothly. He's rebuilding things as we speak and will definitely counterattack. Right now things seem pretty dire for them. As we organize a meetup and are going to get to know all the novices better. It's fine. I think we have most of everyone though. So, kind of meeting some of the Oracle Witches. Quite the reserved lot. Totally pissed that you're letting another witch take the reins. I believe it should be you running. Told you so. I just snatched him booked in any case. I didn't get an achievement for reading the last one at least, so... If we reach another point where we need to take a nap, then... let's see... Promote our program to the academics. Doesn't pop until you get to the end. Oh, okay. The academic cycles. I guess it doesn't technically take any time in-game, so... Well, I guess we got a new one. Alas. Well, so much for seeing through to the end. The Curtain by Elena Cortez Alonso. Sudden rattling of the caravan wakes you up suddenly and you realize that you're almost there. You feel the urge to lean out the window, but you stop yourself. You already know the village you're visiting next and have been there dozens of times. You spent decades touring with your theater company all over the country, obsessed with taking art to those corners the great ones never reach. When you get to the village, the air tastes different. The facades of the dusty little houses seem strange and disconcerting. Unlike on other occasions, no one comes to greet you. Something's off. Maybe the mayor knows something. You've known her for a long time, and she's always treated you as if you were family. What's the matter? It's freezing cold, isn't it? The company's costume designer asks. Since your people are feeling uneasy, we try to calm them down so the worry doesn't overtake them completely. I'm going to the town hall. I'm sure it's all right, you reply. On the way to the town hall, you come across figures absorbed by their work. They look at you in silence as you pass by. You recognize their faces from other occasions, but there's something different about them, something that makes them unfamiliar. Absolutely no one greets you back. And, worst of all, in a rather sinister detail, no one smiles. When you arrive at the town hall, you find the door to the mayor's office open. You decide to enter. She barely looks at you and then says indifferently, "What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be out on the street with the rest of the artists?" Well, We'll inform her politely that that team is ready to perform. Try to ignore her disdain and inform her that you arrived and that the show will be at 9 o'clock as usual. She dismisses you with an expressionless face, and in your stomach you start to feel the urge to make use of your gift. You hold back. Years ago, you swore to yourself that you would never use it again. Your merits would always be your own, not those of a supernatural force. And that's why you created the theater company, to show that you can make people feel good without artifice. You return to the place where you parked, and everyone is waiting with suitcases full of costumes and set pieces. You can sense their concern and worry, but you want them to be focused for tonight. Is everything okay? What's wrong? Your assistant director asks. Honesty is the best policy and all. It seems the village is not as its best, but everything will be fine, don't worry. You acknowledge in a calming voice and try not to upset them further. They're not entirely convinced by your words. They trust you because you are family. Everyone goes off to prepare their roles, and you can't help but remain pensive, repeating to yourself over and over again that something is not right. It'd be so easy if you used your gift. No, you shouldn't. You should go back to your caravan to review your notes before rehearsing the more complicated scenes with the team. Dusk falls, and it's time for the show to begin. People from the village begin to drop by and surround the stage, choosing where to sit. Again, those worn-out features, those inexpressive looks full of emptiness. What happens to them? Should you fear for yourself and your family? Perhaps it would be better to suspend the show and leave as soon as possible from this remote corner of the world that seems to be so cursed. The attendees start to get impatient. Some people on your team can't hide their fear. It's showtime, and you have to decide. The show must go on. Something's is not right, but together you've always been strong, and you're sure that the show will break through the hostile mood. The audience's irritated murmurs drop in volume as the spotlights come on and the curtain finally opens, kicking off the show. You listen to the actors interpreting the first lines of the script as you try to calm the accelerated pounding between the walls of your chest. You take a breath and repeat to yourself that art doesn't always have to be well received. There are times when it must be fought for, like everything else in life. But suddenly the music stops dead in its tracks and pulls you out of your thoughts. You peek through, hidden behind the thick curtain. You see that some villagers have approached the boards. They look at the team from below in a disturbing way. First, you're paralyzed. But you manage to tell the supervisor to move on with the show, and so they do. However, the atmosphere becomes too tense when someone throws an object on stage and it hits one of the actresses, turns pale with the impact. Okay. When one of ours is hurt, we defend them. Yeah. Enough! Your shout is heard throughout the village, and the villager remains silent when they see you appear on stage. You feel that everything is shaking inside you, but you don't want it to show. It's time for you to keep calm. Why are you reacting like this to people who just want to make your life a little nicer through theater? Project your voice so everyone can hear you. The question is not well received. The grave faces from the audience burst into uncontrolled screams. Feel like they want to annihilate you. The mood keeps getting more violent and everything starts to spin. It's too much pressure, and in the blink of an eye you could fix it. Come out of it all unscathed. Your company looks at you mute, uncomprehending and fearing you may not leave this town. You promised yourself you wouldn't resort to this, but you use your gift. You close your eyes, and all the noise fades away. You promise yourself you would never use it again, but this time you have no choice. Applause suddenly bursts into your ears, and you notice the beaming smiles of the audience watching you. For a moment, you forget about your company and greet it with delicacy, savoring what you've earned. That night, in your bed, something doesn't fit inside you. You think you did the right thing to protect your people, but was it really? You hardly sleep a wink. And when you do get to sleep, you're invaded by nightmares. They'll be with you for a long time. That's cool. I do want to see what some of the other routes there are. Okay, cool. So that is all of them. Doop. Doop.
Okay, so I'm gonna... Was that actually a save point? 9 minutes ago. No, it was not. So I'm going to see our next visitor, and then we'll probably end it. And leave the last few cycles for card making. I really don't want to dilute my deck too much. Hello? Hello? Fortuna, wake up. Are you alright? Open your eyes. Don't leave us, please. Okay, I'll leave this to your expertise, Frank. Is this something that... Okay, good talking point after this. Cool. Also, I did notice that, yeah, this one doesn't have a familiar. You got it before this entry? Ah. Final chapter. Reality check. Wow, okay. Fortuna! Fortuna, talk to us! What happened? What were you thinking walking into the ocean like that? I drowned? Were you trying to kill yourself? What's all this about becoming a witch? Back off a bit, Patrice. She's probably going through some kind of crisis. It's alright, Fortuna. We're here with you. What? Everything's alright. You're safe. We're your friends. Seriously? What the fuck is going on? You're still in shock. We'll take you home, make you a warm drink, and talk through this, okay? Don't do this to me, Fortuna, alright? Okay. Hey, I recognize this elevator. What's going on? We should get back to the asteroid, Patrice. Ah! So this isn't a flashback, this is her... I mean... It's... This isn't there. This is her flashing back to... We'll see what happens. Yes. But this is the current Fortuna in the body of past Fortuna. In her past experiences. Cool. Wild. Let's get back to the asteroid, Patrice. What? Oh no. She's lost it forever, Eva. Deep breaths, everyone. Did I travel back in time? Oh, come on. No, sweetheart, you haven't traveled back in time. Where do you think you've come from? Outer space, centuries into the future. Huh. And how's that possible? I'm a witch. Stop it! Don't enable her fantasies, Eva. It's not fantasy, you're a witch too. Wake up, Patrice. You're a space journalist. You founded the Cosmic Gazette. Oh no. For the love of God, what are you saying, Fortuna? Okay, let's not panic. This will pass. It's just kind of stress-related crisis. I believe we'll be able to better help her if we ask about her predicament. I'm sure there must be some truth hidden in the witch fantasy. Are you sure? Worth a shot. Okay. You take the lead. This is too much for me. Okay. Fortuna, can you tell us more about your witch coven from outer space? Sure. We're about 100 witches. Our coven is one of the most respected in the magic community. Just recently our leader died, and we were in the process of electing a new one. Okay. Tell me more about these elections. I'm helping my friend Dahlia become the new leader. Oh, that's very cool. And what are your plans for this coven? To undo the damage our last leader caused. Oh wow, you must hate that person, right? With all my soul. And did you do something to harm her? What? What are you getting at? Just answer me, it's important.
Fortuna, wake up. They're messing with you. Fortuna!
I'm here. What happened?
I found you eyes rolled back, mumbling to yourself.
I was trapped in some kind of illusion.
Someone tried to make me believe I'm not a witch, that it was all a delusion from before I ascended. Shit. Kept asking about the political race.
Did you disclose any sensitive information?
Told them I hate Aidana. And that made them make them suspect I was the one who killed her or something?
Very good. That'll throw them off.
Huh? How's that good?
Did you kill Adana?
No.
Exactly. This will send them on a wild goose chase. Very well done.
Sure.
Anyway, crisis avoided. I'll get back to doing my thing. Stay strong. We're almost at the finish line.
We are, in fact, almost at the finish line. So, with only 3 cycles left, and with it being a little bit late, we are going to call it for now. That was a cool note to end it off on. That's fun. So, we will be back to this next Thursday. I assume we're getting close to the end. Mainly because I'm not entirely sure how they're going to make this decision feel meaningful, given that you can have such drastically different political results for the entire coven. But anyway, looking forward to some loose ends being tied up. Looking forward to seeing what the result of all of this is. But yeah, so again, no stream this coming Sunday, but maybe I'll get a feel for if anybody would want more cassette beasts tomorrow evening. I might not be able to go too late in that case anyway, but we'll see. As usual, we do have Fatal 12 on Goober and Lena Pumpkin's channel on Tuesdays. We are getting very, very close to at least an ending. We'll definitely get to the ending that we're moving towards on Tuesday. So if you're interested in a Yuri death game visual novel, I mean, I've enjoyed it well enough. It might be a little bit weird to come in right at the very end, but you know, feel free to check it out if you care to support her. But yeah, aside from that, I think we're pretty good to go. Thank you for the shout out. Yes, go check out Go. She's a sweet girl. Literally, she's made of honey. Who do we want to raid? You're welcome, I guess. I look forward to hearing about what sort of results you get after I've also completed the game, of course. Who do we want to raid? Let's see. I guess we have the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog going on over on Totohex's channel. Speaking of Goo, Toto is a sibling made by the... Oh, in fact, Goo is even collaborating here with a few others that are apparently doing some voice acting. So
we will send you over that way. Flash raid. Cool. Frank has put some of our raid messages there in chat. Emote and emoji versions, whether you are subscribed or not. But yeah, this has still been a lot of fun. Sorry that this one seemed to get particularly heavy, but I don't know. I hope I don't sound like a crazy person. But really, I very much appreciate everyone who came by, who talked about their own sort of philosophies or experiences, everybody who lurked, everybody who weighed in on some of the choices, everybody who tuned in to some of the Discord streams over the past week, and everybody who's excited to see me back on Twitch. I very, very much appreciate everybody who gives a lot of their time and attention to me. So, all that to say, to everyone who has chosen to gaze along into the abyss, know that the abyss gazes back, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Take care of yourselves, okay?